Hey Kusama fans, now the first 5 slots are grabbed by the best ecosystem projects Karura, Shiden, Moonriver, Phala and Bifrost. We helped all of them to secure the slots and we're proud of it. PromoTeam is one of the most active contributors and some of our members are the ambassadors of Shiden. Our referrals were in the top 5 contributors in Karura. We are one of the first supporters of Phala Network. Bifrost is a project that has the most resultative referral program. PromoTeam developed and supported the Bifrost Ambassador program and communities in different regions and platforms. So all these results are a big win for all Kusama and Polkadot communities, but we have dozens of very good projects who could not win the first slots. What can they do? Of course they get their slots soon, and those who save their KSM for these auctions may get some extra profit. Let's analyze. In the last video, we talked about Karura, Moonriver and Shiden. Now let's talk about Bifrost and Phala winners of 4th and 5th slots and then go to projects who will join the new auction session. Bifrost is a DeFi platform that allows the creation of cross-chain derivatives. It addresses a new problem. Users don't know what to choose in general, staking on past chains such as Ethereum 2.0, Polkadot and Cosmos, or providing liquidity to staking pools on Uniswap, Kava or Balancer. If they choose DeFi yield farming, that means that fewer people will stake past tokens and the security of past networks decreases. If they choose to stake, they make less money. At the same time, the more past tokens are staked, the less of them are traded on crypto markets and their liquidity greatly suffers, causing insane price swings. Bifrost's solution is pretty simple. Instead of staking past tokens on their own, token holders can allocate them to a Bifrost staking pool and stake them there. After locking up staking tokens, Bifrost creates the same amount of derivative tokens and sends them back to users. For example, users currently can stake ETH and get VETH for it for DeFi operations. These VETH tokens also can be staked in a pool or used in any other way. Thus, Bifrost users can get double profit both from staking and DeFi yield farming. Also, it features KSM staking. DOT staking is planned in the future. The Bifrost team is building bridges with EOS, ETH and has many other platforms bridges and additional features in the plans. With the active development, it could become a significant part of the infrastructure of Kusama and Polkadot. The main difference between Bifrost Finance and all of the other projects participating in the auctions is that Bifrost doesn't have a canary network. The same parachain that was connected to Kusama will also connect to Polkadot. Phala tries to bring a totally new class of smart contracts to the blockchain space, private smart contracts. While smart contracts in general are pretty secure, if they are properly written and audited, they lack a very important trait that makes a difference for all commercial companies out there wanting to use blockchain smart contracts but unable to do it because of their lack of privacy. Total transparency is great for idealists and for government-associated initiatives with nothing to hide, but for commercial operations, it's crucial to keep many things secret because competition in all areas is very high. Phala can be the solution to this problem. Confidential smart contracts rely on the TEE, Trusted Execution Environment technology, a special chip included in pretty much every computer, which allows executing code inside a special enclave, independent of an OS or the other hardware, and it's 100% hack-proof. That's why it's possible to run encryption procedures inside it. The results obtained from the TEE are absolutely trustworthy, given that the node which provides these results can also prove them with the signed attestation. Phala Network supports Intel chips, so it uses Intel services for validation. Execution of smart contracts in such a way doesn't require any sort of consensus, so one node can successfully run a contract on its own. The network has 2 main types of nodes, gatekeepers and miners. Gatekeepers have to stake a lot of Phala's native tokens and get elected dynamically. They get rewards for keeping secret root keys for encrypting contracts, sharing them when needed with a chosen miner node over a secure TLS channel. Miners execute confidential smart contracts. They get rewards for providing their TEE hardware to the network, running a special program runtime inside it. They get the encryption key from gatekeepers every time a new confidential smart contract is deployed and gets randomly assigned to a miner node. Every miner can join and leave anytime. They back up the current state of the contract from time to time, so it can be picked by another miner and recovered to be continued. The more tokens they stake, the more tasks they receive. Phala Network is a really good technology, and it actually can bring commercial companies into the Kusama and Polkadot ecosystems. It has private smart contracts which can be deployed by any user, and these smart contracts are interoperable, meaning they can connect to each other. Okay, what's next? We have 5 slots, but we have tons of great projects to go to the next auction session. The past auctions gave us a hint about the next leaders who will be fighting for slots 6 to 10. According to our crowdloan Telegram bot, we have these leaders. Basilisk currently has more than 116,000 KSM in contributions. Basilisk is a liquidity bootstrapping protocol built for Kusama. Its mission is to enable frictionless liquidity for the long-tail crypto assets. The modular design of Basilisk enables new crypto assets to bootstrap liquidity by choosing the automated market maker model, which they find most convenient. The first version comes with implementations of a liquidity bootstrapping pool, as well as XYK pools with orders matching transactions. The following iterations will bring more advanced price discovery mechanisms to Basilisk, such as auctions and bonding curves. An NFT marketplace is also on its way. It was a really amazing competition between Bifrost and Basilisk. We are going to create a special video about HydraDX and Basilisk to talk about the project, but this is an absolute leader for the 6th slot. Another very strong competitor is Altair, with more than 19,000 KSM already collected. It's the Canary network of Centrifuge, the real-world DeFi hub. Altair is a network that provides access to fast, cheap capital for small businesses and stable yield for investors. It also provides an investment application that acts as an open marketplace of real-world asset pools. Investors can look through the pools provided by asset originators and invest in the ones that work for them. Altair also has a very good perspective to become Kusama parachain, and we want to cover and support it in the next auction session. Calamari, Manta Network's CanaryNet. The CanaryNet is an early, highly experimental version of Manta Network, where all new features will be released and tested first. It's the plug-and-play privacy preservation parachain built to service the Kusama DeFi world. It combines Kusama and ZK snarks to bring on-chain privacy to transactions and swaps. As part of its own suite of products, Calamari Network offers MaryPay, its token-agnostic private payment service, and MarySwap, its private AMM-based DEX. Polkasmith is a bit strange project which came from nowhere and silently got 17,000 KSM without any media coverage. Hope next time the team will try to present the project to the community in a more open way. And one of our favorites, Robonomics, with more than 26,000 KSM contributions. They started late but offered amazing rewards. We are the big fans of Robonomics, but we hope they will be more active next time. We will try to support the Robonomics activity. Here is the third project that also can be one of the leaders in the next auction session. Genshiro, the Canary network of Equilibrium, collected more than 8,000 KSM as a contribution. Genshiro is a Canary network of Equilibrium that shares the experimental spirit of Kusama. Genshiro is introducing a cross-chain money market that combines pooled lending with synthetic asset generation and trading. All DeFi united in one place, Genshiro provides lending, borrowing, trading, staking. This project has a good chance to win the next auctions. Sakura collected about 5,000 KSM in the first auction. Sakura and Clover will communicate as sister networks to present a complete foundational layer for cross-chain DeFi on Substrate on Kusama and Polkadot. Sakura will make use of the original Clover tokenomics design, allowing users to enjoy gasless transactions, where relayers will act on behalf of the sender to cover gas fees in any token within their wallet. This means a user will not be required to have SKU in their wallet to transact on the Sakura network. Darwinia Crab collected about 3,000 KSM. Darwinia Network is a decentralized cross-chain bridge network building on Substrate, which is the golden gate bridge of the cross-chain ecology. It provides the safest general bridge solution, connecting Polkadot, Ethereum, Tron, and other heterogeneous chains by cross-chain assets transfer and general remote chain call. Also, its main application areas include DeFi, cross-chain NFT trading market, games, etc. Cross-Shadow Cross on Polkadot is a decentralized cloud storage project supporting the TEE and IPFS technologies. It's the perfect candidate to be used by Web 3.0 applications and all the other Kusama and Polkadot parachains. What makes it stand out among all the other storage projects is the fact that it doesn't require expensive hardware resources, high CPU and GPU. One of its main components, the Work Inspector, runs inside the TEE in a similar fashion to Phala Network, and that's why Crossnode can be launched even on a home computer. The architecture of Crust has 3 layers: MPOW, GPOS, and the decentralized storage market. MPOW is the layer for storage nodes. To be able to join the network, every Crossnode has to verify itself. The node provides information about its free disk space and stored files. That information gets verified by its TEE and goes to the second layer to be written to the blockchain. The Work Inspector in the TEE updates that information every 30 minutes, and if something changes, the node has to pass the verification again, because it can't be trusted anymore. When a new order for storing a file is submitted, storage nodes download it from IPFS network, encrypt it with the TEE, and submit it to the second layer. Storage nodes get 20% of the fee paid for file storage. GPOS is the layer for stakers. Stakers pack all information, including storage node addresses, file IDs, and verification data into blocks. The node that stakes a larger amount of CSM tokens has a higher chance to generate blocks. Staking nodes receive 80% of the network fee for file storage, but there's a twist. Every staker node has its staking quota, and this quota can be increased only by providing more storage, so only the largest storage providers can become the biggest stakers. However, those who don't have enough staking quotas or enough tokens to produce blocks can delegate them to larger nodes and receive their part for staking fees. The decentralized storage market is a place to submit storage orders. Any user can upload a file onto a standard IPFS public network while the Cross client or even with standard IPFS tools. After uploading a file, its content identifier ID has to be submitted with the order. Then storage nodes download it, encrypt it, and submit the proof of its storage to the blockchain. Then the user pays a fee for storing it. The native token of Crust Shadow is CSM. The total initial amount of CSM is 200 million, and it will be allocated to the community. Crust is a cheap storage network that can become one of the most widely used parachains of Kusama and Polkadot. It can be used to store content for NFTs, games, or even host decentralized websites, so it will definitely be very popular. And that's all for today. We are waiting for a new session of Kusama parachain auctions, and we'll provide more information about participants soon. We are going to make partnerships with future auction participants and give our subscribers special terms and gifts. If you need any marketing support, feel free to contact us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Twitter, Telegram, and of course, Crowdloan Telegram bot. See you soon.